Welcome to the full moon for September. September full moon brings in the title of soul attraction. Soul attraction meaning that really we find our true meaning of what we have going on right now. Because there's going to be a lot of things happening in October. So September full moon is really about finding really what your soul is attracted to. Because there's going to be a change of frequency, a change of vibration, a change of things that's going to be surrounding around us. I spent my summer out in Los Angeles and Vegas to do my business, and woof, I gotta say, we really hustled out there, and we're just notified that we are one of the finalists for the Pet Product News Editor Choice Awards. So this is really about finding that balance on where you need to be at the right time, at the right moment, right? And it's all because of really seeking what your soul or what your soul attraction wants. And that's part of manifestation. And manifestation is really coming down to figuring out what you want to live, or your ikigai, your purpose that you probably hear sometime or another through care, self-reflection, and self-help, that we always try to figure out what is your true ikigai, what is your true passion, what is your true purpose, basically. So this up and coming full moon that is going to happen on September the 29th, 30, wherever you are, and knowing me, because I just came back from Los Angeles, I'll probably be posting a lot of my things in delay fashion, because right now I have to literally settle back into the Hawaiian frequency, right? And so people always say, especially when you go on a trip, you gotta switch your mind into a vacation mode. We always hear that, people that works a lot. I remember when I was in Los Angeles and I was half business trip in Japan and half celebrating my birthday up there. So I took half break, and I got a call and say, you know what? You're done with it. You're done with your business. Enjoy your birthday celebration in Japan. And only one person could understand that. The rest was like, where's the email? Da, 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 da. Which I sent in one day, less than 1 hour, I sent back to everyone 20 emails that I sent over while I was in business for them to catch up. So it's really about finding. I see somebody's leg over there. It's funny because I can feel like energy and stuff like that, which I was right, because somebody's moving something outside and I saw. Anyway, so it's really a different kind of energy that you have to arise yourself with, because, like living in LA, you don't know so many crimes, like anywhere nowadays, right? But you're keen of sense of, you're keen of gut feeling, you're keen of surrounding that energy level. In other words, you are keen to it. So it's the same thing when it comes to frequency. And the reason why I'm talking about this so much this time is because really October, there's going to be a change of frequency all over. They've done their duties of whatever they've done. Because when I was in LA, because here in Hawaii, we were still in 3 or 4G, and pretty much of America has switched over to 5G. And so there's a lot of these things that's going to start to move wherever we are in this world, is the vibration and frequency of this nano micro things that we can't even see that's happening around us. So October is really bringing up that energy, which will boost up what else? Your immune system, your gut health, your immune system. So that's why we always talk about finding what's really important for your self-awareness. Self-awareness is so strong, and that's why your food that you're going to be eating, because you're going to see a lot of countries start banning a lot of these toxic food in the United States. You know, how do I know? It's because our all natural shampoo is made in Japan. Why? It's because a lot of these chemicals that causes skin problem is inside these brands that's made here in the States or in other country that is not banned. And so these are the kind of things that we have to start to look into, which I've been looking into it for a very long time, is because food, number one, is going to start to have a huge difference in the next 6 months. You know why I say that is because holiday season, people eat up. And so that's where we're going to see a lot of changes, whether it's a price change, whether it's a quality change, whether some places are banning food that are too much chemicals, lab food that might be coming up, that some countries have already banned them. Some country banned GMO. And so all of these yin and yang that hasn't come to the forefront is coming up. That's what we're going to start seeing in the next 6 months. The other thing is people are now getting smarter and smarter on what's happening around us. You know, whether, like, for example, when I came back to Hawaii, it was so quiet. And so I had to change my frequency down. But you're going to start seeing certain things like computers, smartphone, TV, anything electronic. The frequency is, if you are highly sensitive person, you're going to feel it. I feel it. I mean, some days I don't feel good because it's just too strong. So I just step back. I don't use the phone around my ear because it's just, it hurts. The vibration of it hurts. And so those are the kind of things that's the level up of things that we can't even see, the electricity that's passing through to the gridlock and through the different forms that's causing these, you know, we all know there's no secret now, these rain or these clouds or these things that people use nowadays to control the weather. It's been going on for many, many years, but nobody really talks about it. And so these are the kind of things that we have to be keen to our surroundings. Some claims that it's all another BS. Some claims that all these, I can feel right over here that it's like 3 different level of like air coming through. You know, you get the hot air, you get the cool air over here, and then you feel this other air of, you can just feel it. Even, you know, the other day when I just jumped into the pool, it was a totally different, you're like ready for cold. It was so warm that I had to get out because it was so warm. And so these are the kind of things that's going to start to be up in the forefront. Climate change, whether you believe it or whether you don't believe it, changes are happening with the weather. The bottom point is, period. So these are the kind of things that you have to get yourself really prepped for. You know, I mean, people thought I was crazy doing hot yoga, right? Because that helps boost up your powerhouse, your breathing exercise, as well as your immune system. It's the greatest thing that I love to do. because it helps me with my lifestyle. By practicing certain things like that, like whether it's yoga, whether it's swimming, whether it's building up your respiratory system, is the key point that we really need to strive for, you know? And so these are the kind of things that comes together, whether we can't stop it. We're just little beings over here, try to make our life somehow, some way in this beautiful world. But the thing is that if we look around our surroundings to protect us, it's really how we're going to put in the energy into it. Like my garden was kaput. Everything was dead. I had to go and cut everything, refurnished, re-burnished and furnished, and everything with the soil. I mean, they're having a shish kebab. Every time I had a watermelon and an orange, I have crab legs, I have, things out there in my garden, is to rebuild the soil from the bottom up. Just like us, we need to start working from us, from the bottom up, before we have the holiday season coming up. So we got to make sure our gut health is healthy, and that's the way to boost up your immune system. Whether you have cold weather coming in or hot weather coming in, whether our immune system, our system itself, is going to start to change, So another thing besides food, huge change, climate, whether it's climate change or I call it weather change, unbelievable weather change is going to start going woohoo, which causes a lot of fatality around us. Like I said, 1 year ago, everybody was so busy about I kept on saying, number one, what I did, and everybody thought I was crazy, 5G, I said all to my friends and family. Everybody didn't know what I was talking about. Fine, great, okay, now it's happening. And the other thing is that really creating an environment that, who cares what other people say? There's always going to be some Karen or a Norman or a Jack or a Jane. Let it be. Because September's full moon is going to take us into October, gliding us into October, where lots of unpredictable things going to happen, as far as government is concerned. So we have, right? We talked about the food supply. We talked about the weather. We talked about the government now. I'm not going to go deep dive into it because that's not something I like to talk about, because it is what it is, And the only way we can change it is through people's power. And that's how we are going to really set the tone on how we're going to be expanding our lifestyle in 2024, 2025. Because when it comes to 2025, there's going to be a huge switcheroo of agenda. Those that work hard from the ground up, we're going to be ahead of the game. So keep at it, be focused, be aligned. There's a lot of things when there's going to be a lot of stuff, whether somebody's going to go to jail or somebody's going to expire and pass away, whether they're going to have, which is happening left to right. That's something that's, it's a different level of energy that I don't put myself into. You got to be aware, you got to be keen to your surrounding, but don't really, put in too much into that, because what you need to do is grab everything around you, information, whatever, and create that center for you. So government is going to be chaotic, front row seat, popcorns, who's going to what, drama thing. You drop it, it's there. And so that's where a lot of these things about law, about order, about people, about the rights, about the freedom, about so many things is going to be, it's just erupting. And so really stay focused, stay tuned of what we really need, because all of this at the end of the day, what's happening around us that we don't see is how the currency and financial situation straight across the board all over the world is going to start to really take charge. So, you know, all these is a lot of information, and don't forget to take out your crystals to have it recharge, have it re-energize. You know, there is, you, especially highly sensitive people, you are going to feel weak and taken back many times. A lot of times, you know, things are changing in different wave zone. I mean, I don't know how many times, so I kept on, you know, I said, okay, my plan of action to do this, to focus more on what you want to do. A lot of things are going on. Take care of those that's really taking care of you, you know, especially for small businesses. It's going to be a very long ride, but keep at it. Keep it chucking, keep it aligned. Start to partner yourself with good people to grow, expand. You know, the way we do is horizontally and vertically. I mean, I'm so happy that it's pop-up season time. I have people that's been doing our Minico micro bubble in the mainland are starting to go out there now to do their pop-up, and it's fun. I tell them it's a grassroots campaign way, because a lot of people don't understand what this Minico micro bubble is unless you can hear, you subscribe to my channel and you can learn more about it, because it's really a fantastic way of really taking care of the largest organ of your body, the skin, that works like a third kidney. And you're giving it three things: pure in, which is water, oxygenation, that creates new blood circulation, and what goes out, the airborne, the toxic, the chemicals, by hitting certain trigger points, your inner architecture way of just naturally detoxing it. I do it every day. I don't want to say how much, but I go a lot of times to the restroom, maybe 5 to 8 times a day, to clear it out. And it feels good. So try it out. You can look at our website at www.cocojor.com. We also have our Cocojor channel.com, which has our shop where you can go and get our cooling products, which is great. Been tested in 105 degree in Afghanistan. God, I don't know when back then. Jesus Christmas, I don't know when that happened. It was we got the Freedom Award for that. I gotta go check on that. But it's right there. Our Cocojor cooling products. All you have to do is just soak it in water for about 5-10 minutes. Voila, keeps your dog cool at 65 degree. No refrigeration needed. It lasts about maybe 3-4 weeks, and then all you have to do is just put it back in, or you can just wear it as a 2-for-1. Like literally, it can turn into an Aloha shirt. So a lot of that has been heading out the door. Great Christmas present. You can use it forever. I mean, I have people like, I still have one. Can I order a new one? Exactly, you can. So join us again for our next new moon. Our series is coming up. The new moon is coming up October the 14th, which is I think it's a Saturday. So I'll be out in a new location, our pop-up, because I have a lot of people out in Kailua on the windward side, Kailua Kaneoe. I'm going to be out there on the 2nd floor, I think, right by the escalator going down. Just look for me and my big voice, Cocojor. We're coming back on our pop-up, and I can't wait to see you soon. So take care. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And most of all, check us out at one of our pop-up. If you can't make it, put in a discovery call how you guys can bring it to your place in the city of spreading the Aloha spirit. Aloha!